So I am going to take this ECG. Still a bit too much moisture there. So I'm going to put this on my chest. So the time is 5:55 p.m., March 1st, 2025. Uma Ramazad, 25 Bamberg Circle in Toronto. So I take these ECGs and I post it. And I get comments outside the window like she's shocking herself. So there's my other hand. That's the oxygen. So that's the other hand, right? Just a little bit parched. Because my hand is always hit, so it looks really wrinkled and dry. Because the hands are tagged. Every time it moves, it gets hit. There's a palpitation. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 minutes. So that's about 6 or 7 in 2 minutes. So just going to stop there. So I'm going to just see what the graph looks like. So that's the voltage. See the voltage? Normally the voltage is under this line. See where it is? Okay, so while I'm doing this, let's do, before I switch to the oxygen, let's do the jaw. So I'm putting the electrode on the jaw, left jaw. Oh, too much electricity. try it again. So that's the cheat. It shows the same thing as if you had the hands on. So let's do the hands. Put the hands on. Oh, and the oxygen dropped to 89. You could hear the alarm. See all the palpitations? There, the oxygen dropped. See how fast it changed? You get PVC again. So with the hand, you'll get the same diagnosis, but let's see what the pattern looks like here. So you have a huge one. Oh, perfect, too. See the top and the bottom, then you have a shorter one. And then you see the second one. Perfect. And then you have a small one. So there's an algorithm running through there. There's nothing to do with my shocking myself. Or does it have anything to do with where I'm sitting? Because it happened in Trinidad, it happened in Niagara Falls, and it happened in Ottawa. See all the palpitations? And somebody's slipping something in the door again. The last time somebody did that, they tried a handle. Look at this one. Look at the pattern there. You notice that the big ones, these ones, this one, and this one, they are almost identical. That's not possible at random. So the blood pressure, let's take the blood pressure. Let's put this on the chest. So one hand has to be on the electrode, and the other electrode is on the chest. See their connection issues? That's because it was getting shocked, see? And there are the shocks right there. So when I'm getting shocked, the Bluetooth cut out. There we go. And there's some knocking directly above my head as I'm getting shocked. So that's too short to get a diagnosis. And the blood pressure is 129/88. So right now where the targeting sits in the building is they want drugging for anxiety. Well, so this is how you break down. That's a lot of palpitations there. The same diagnosis. and we get a different pattern. First 30 seconds. Look at the voltage here. See how high that is? It's supposed to be under this line. So, and this is going on for night and day for days. So let me show you the oxygen. So this was the oxygen today from 11:20, 30 to 190, 2 hours. A lot of time sitting between, it went down to 90. So this was last night, 1:08 a.m. to 7:56 a.m. when I woke up. So if you expand the oxygen, you will see, start at the top here. Okay, so there was a pulse in the chest, and then everything was fine. You see the heart rate steady, and then there was some changes in the chest. That's the oxygen. Some more, with more intensity. So what was happening was my chest was being compressed, the jaw, the throat. And here, where you see the chest being compressed but the heart rate steady, it's only the chest. But here you see the heart rate is dipping and the oxygen dropping. So you just saw in the oximeter the oxygen dropped when there was a lot of palpitations. That's because the palpitations are somewhere in there. It skips beats. It decreases the heart rate. So it decreases the oxygen as well. So lots of compressions. Look at the oxygen. Lots of changes in the oxygen. My chest is getting compressed. Lots of changes. But the heart rate is not in sync with the oxygen drops. So the chest is getting pumped. Look at these huge ones. The obliques. They put my chest in a traction as I sleep. Look at that. Smaller compressions. And here we go. So 5 o'clock. Yeah. 5:12. So the 5 o'clock shift started. And look at what happened. Huge drop in oxygen down to 70. And this is where I was having quote unquote dream manipulation. So that was a dream sequence. And it put through a lot of stuff about your purse getting snatched and things inside your purse missing. And they play on things that actually happen during the day. Because if you go out, then you're followed and people take notes and they and Gil Furtado and Rick, they collect all this information because these people have to know everything about you. So they piggyback on some of those incidents, just as an example. And here we have huge drops in oxygen, makes you really, really drowsy. Heart rate is steady. And at 7:05, the shift changed. And again, this was a dream manipulation started. But I think I woke up and then I got out of bed. See, the heart rate is steady, which makes you think that if I'm not hit and my body is not remotely acted upon, there is nothing wrong with my heart. There's another one. Just going to give you some samples of the oxygen. And see how dry my hands are? That's because my hands, you see, it's cracking because it's dried out. Because every time it moves, it gets hit at very high power. And you can see the difference between underneath where it's not hit and on top where it's hit. It dries out. And when it hit the same place constantly, the skin will break, right? Look at that. So back to topic here. But it's all related. Here's February 25th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is 11 to 12, 47, 43. Still logged on, but at a lower power. Again, logged on at a lower power. 12:10 a.m. to 2:37 a.m. See where the power starts increasing. So when I do the Holter monitor for the doctor, I'm going to take this data as well. So while I'm wearing the Holter monitor, I will use this, which is FDA cleared. This diagnosis you saw, FDA cleared diagnosis. It's the same as having a doctor do it. And I'm going to take the data. I'll be wearing my oximeter. I'll be doing this and doing my blood pressure. And I'm going to present to the doctor all 3 files when we discuss the results of the Holter monitor. I have my own, but I'm not sure they're going to accept it. It is FDA cleared, but they're not going to accept it, I'm sure. I'll ask the doctor. That's outside of the building. See the walking? See the heart drops? That's where I'm stopped, but it shouldn't be that deep a drop. Most likely I stopped because I'm getting hit. And when I'm stopped, the oxygen drops as well, which means I am being hit. See that? Now I don't know the correlation between walking and stopping suddenly, how that would relate to the oxygen. I don't know what the norm is. Like if you're walking and you stop, should the oxygen drop as well? Like that. So the blood pressure, 136/89. So high blood pressure all day today. All day today. That's a file outside as well. Same thing. I'm just choosing at random. 5 a.m. to 10:29. And there's always a 5 o'clock shift. The morning. 2 a.m. to 10:30, 23 a.m. So you get the idea. And I'm in pain, as you can tell. So when I'm finished this, oh, look at that. That was a random choice. 9:42 p.m. to 2:04 a.m. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's roughly about one shift an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was an hourly schedule. There is no way that the heart can stop and start by itself unless you're being remotely accessed. And the infrared scan clearly shows that I'm being scanned 24/7. So while I have it on camera, let me go back here. So for this service, where you get the diagnosis, I pay about $15 plus tax for the month. So here is the here is the summary of January 30th to March 1st, a 30-day summary. So normal and the blood pressure. Normal, 163. PVC, premature ventricular contractions, 121. Tachycardia, 41. Other, 43. The other didn't break down. Let's see the other. See that? That's over shocks. Supraventricular ectopy, 3 in a row. So 909, 906, 912. So about 10 minutes. Oops. And the screen is frozen. Tachycardia, so that's 3 so far. Ectopy, PVC, and we have an unclassified. And I think that's, yeah, here. I think that's where my lungs was being affected. My obliques, it's being compressed. And normal. So there's quite a lot of PVCs and one unclassified. Another ectopy there. So that's just 1 week, February 20th. That was February 20th to March 1st. Just a quick overview. Okay. So I'm going to close this off here.